As everyone settled down into their new seats for the semester, in walks a woman with bright red hair and an equally bright smile. Through the course of the class, I was about to discover just how incredible Professor Wenzel is, but for reasons different than one might think. Anna Gabrielle Wenzel was born in Escondido, California, to a Mexican mother and a German father. Growing up, she always wanted to be a writer. However, in college, she fell in love with organic chemistry. Deciding to combine these two passions and write about her own discoveries, she decided to pursue a PhD at Harvard. Competition at Harvard was fierce. Research advisors were rarely in the labs, so everyone was vying for any amount of mentorship and attention they could get. In her graduating class at Harvard, there were 40 people, and of those 40, only 4 were women. As someone who had a more feminine personality, she found herself being isolated as well as harassed by her peers. Ignoring the hateful comments and channeling her energy into her research, she would work from 10 in the morning to 2:30 at night, until one day she made her first big discovery. People that once pushed her aside and thought she was a terrible chemist became jealous as she began to receive enormous amounts of attention for her work. Her peers began complaining to the advisor about her alleged dishonesty, and she became quite miserable. Eventually, it culminated to her taking the situation to the dean and sitting down with the perpetrator and defending herself and her work. Using the detailed accounts from her lab notebook, she was able to prove without a doubt everything she had discovered and put an end to the harassment. With Harvard University issuing an apology, it was enough of a warning call to the department to begin changing its ways. Anna always believed that when encountering difficulties in life, it's important to make sure that you hold on to your values and not retaliate in a way that makes you just as bad as your perpetrators.
I learned from these experiences, but I don't hold on to them because the problem is that it's very easy to become embittered when you encounter these types of injustices in life. And again, if you hold on to them too strongly, it's important to learn from them. And in this case, I use it very importantly to make sure that I empower my students that go on to these sorts of environments to make sure that they know that what a lie looks like, they know their own ability, and they have their inner sass that allows them to kind of make sure that they can overcome those things. But again, if you hold on to the bitterness part, the only person you end up hurting is yourself. And these little things allow me the strength to kind of be able to realize that just because the department had a gap in how people should be treated, it didn't mean that the entire community was that way. And it's good to kind of make sure that sometimes you don't get too sucked into one community basically dictating the way reality is.
Although the interview began as a way to record and document the experience of individuals in the Claremont community during the pandemic, sometimes the conversation can go in a direction we least expect. If we're all able to take a moment to listen to another story and their journey, you'd be surprised just how much we can learn from one another. After all, it never hurts to take a few notes from those around you.